Hello, welcome and welcome back. This is Jacob and today we are going to be beginning the narration and character voice acting for the side story of Flurry to the Flame. The Monster Hunter collab is finally here, the story is here, the characters are here, the banner is live. Especially if you're watching this while the banners are still up, good luck! Especially if you're pulling, of course. And hopefully you get Yato and Noir corn way before you hit the guaranteed pity of 120, because for those of you who are listening to this and don't know, the banner has an actual max pity of 120. If you hit it, you're gonna get Yato regardless. But it's always nice to get the character before that. However, before we begin, to anybody new to the channel, hello and welcome first and foremost. Second off, if by the end of this video you enjoy what you've heard and how this story has been handled with the narration and voice acting, well, there is a lot more on the channel. Go buck wild. Enjoy your time if you want to listen to pretty much the vast majority of stories from Arknights, including the entirety of the main story. And yeah, enjoy. And of course, the question that I always ask here at the beginning of these videos: do you need to know anything prior to going into this side story? Are there any spoilers and such? For now, all I can tell you is absolutely zilch. If you know who Korn is, if you know who Yato is, and if you know what Rhode Island does, congratulations, you are absolutely up to speed. Bonus brownie points if you know anything about the Monster Hunter franchise, is all I can say. For now, no real, spoilers or anything towards the main story of Arknights or other things, so you're in the clear. We'll see how the story develops and if anything specific will be mentioned along the way. But if, like always, something like that happens, I usually give a warning to anybody. But for now, we're in the clear. But anyway, let me go and show you guys how much we're gonna be covering here today in the very first episode, and let's see how much we're gonna see of Higashi. Even though it's taking place in Higashi, we are pretty much in a very rural place here, so we'll at least learn a couple of things about a region of this world that we haven't seen much about, or pretty much nothing if I'm correct, up until now. But anyway, let's see what Arknights Japan has for us, right? So, in today's first episode, as you can see, we're going to be covering the beginning cutscene. Stage number 1 has no cutscenes around it whatsoever, so the usual will be down to that one. The training stage, however, does have extensive cutscenes before and after it, and the training stage itself is somewhat cinematic in a sense, so for today's purposes, I will be including the training stage as a narration piece to the episode itself, and then we're gonna end up with the stage number 2 cutscenes for the finale. One thing as well, usually I add the descriptions of enemies and such to each episode. However, I'll probably leave that be until we get to the final episode in this narration series, where we're gonna be obviously including the final boss battle stage as usual. So I'm probably gonna rattle off all the enemies once we get to that one to add them to the narration. But anyway, that is enough of me rambling. We shall begin with our first cutscene, and one final thing before we begin with the first cutscene, very quickly. There will be mostly 2 people talking during this whole scene here. One is an obvious person who is talking, the other one is only pointed with question marks for who they are. Now, from contextual clues, I have a feeling as to what kind of voice I can give the character that is not named or shown at any given point during this whole section. So we'll see how the story advances and if I have to adjust something, but for now I kinda have an idea for a voice, so we'll stick with what we have, because I personally don't know who it is, fully at least. Anyway, let us begin. So, introductory cutscene titled Nightmare. Madness guides an old man, pointing him in the direction of fate. Live. Live no matter what. Live whatever it takes. Wake up, old-timer. Wet, warm, soft, the soil is flowing. Silent, gentle, slow, the mind is sinking. Get up. It'll get away. The scorching moonlight pours down upon his skull. The soil beneath him seems to boil. The heat chases his fading consciousness out of the void. He opens his eyes to the stinging pain. Yes, that's it. Stand up.
How long have I been out?
5 minutes.
5 minutes. I've wasted too much time.
1 second can be the difference between life and death. But this time, you have time. Go to the lake. Retrieve your spear. The hunter's spear, his companion, his lifeline, lies half submerged in the lake. He does not remember why he laid it down. It was akin to laying down his own life. He pulls it out from the mud. The blood on its tip remains fresh. You should wash your face. You've been chasing it for 3 days and 3 nights.
Only 3 days. I'm not that old. Where did the beast run off to?
It's wounded. It can't have gone far. It must be licking its wounds in some corner of the forest.
The forest.
He casts his gaze towards the forest. The tree trunks reach upwards like spinal columns, with ribs spreading out like branches and countless slabs of meat hanging from them. Dark fat piles up in the air, filled with sanguine fluids threatening to pour out at any moment. You're scared.
Nonsense.
You're filled with doubt. Doubt as to whether it's you moving forward or the forest quickly approaching, with fangs bared. You want to turn around and run.
Impossible.
Don't try to hide it. I see it all. But I'm not here to dispute your fear. The forest is a monster. Everything about it is worth fearing.
A monster.
A monster straight out of a nightmare, spreading its gaping jaws wide, tearing life to pieces. That's the true face of the forest.
Yes, so it is.
But it is not undefeatable. Do you remember the last you saw of me?
I do. I'll never forget.
Are you angry?
Yes, so angry that I'm trembling from head to toe, my nails digging deep into my palms.
Yes, be angry. You need that anger. You will feel fear, panic, and pain, but rage will wash it all away. Nothing can stand in the path of your fury. Your wrath will sweep away the forest.
Yes, I shall rage. Pull the forest's fangs from its jaws and cut off its claws. I will do it with what it did to you.
Good. There are blood trails over there. Take a look.
It's still warm. It bleeds. Its wounds have reopened. The trail stops here.
See these scratch marks on the trees? Observe carefully.
I don't need you to tell me. The marks are deep. It must have clawed at it many times, ripping away the bark. At the edge of the marks are blood-soaked hairs. There are more on the ground.
These creatures are becoming more and more cunning.
It knows the blood will give it away. It rubbed sawdust into its wounds to stop the bleeding, and cut off existing marks deeply to hide its trail.
But the beast is just a beast. A bar of graphite will leave its trail on paper no matter how thin it is.
The fruits of the cockleweed cling to the fur of passing animals, hitching a ride on them. Look at the path they have laid for us. Huh. It entered that cave. What's that? I've never heard such a sound.
Looks like we have a new friend.
The sound of its voice excites me. Could it be?
Be patient. The hunter should stay focused on the quarry at hand.
I know you're in there. Your wounds hurt. You're bleeding. Why won't licking stop it? How does it feel to be the prey? Do you remember the lives you tore apart with your claws and fangs? Did you ever imagine how they felt? Now you're just like me, tired and hungry. This is the end for both of us. There is nowhere to run, no choice but to fight. I understand now. Perhaps you need some stimulation.
The aged hunter squeezes the sharp spear point, allowing the blood to flow down his arm.
Do you smell that? It's the scent of blood you love so much. The scent of life. You can't wait to bare your fangs at it. Kill me, and this body is yours to do with as you please. But can you manage it? Brute! Still with such strength? Blasted thing! Get your stinking mouth away from me!
Defeated so easily. Look at you. How pathetic. All that talk of killing the beast, yet here you are, powerless before it, even as it lies wounded and near death. Pounced on and torn apart like a rag. What a fitting end. Have all those years of fighting done nothing temper you, Yoshitaka?
No, I'm not done yet.
You want to take it down with you? I was an idiot to think you could.
I can still...
No, you can't. You'll die here.
I won't.
Then rise, your spear, and stab it. Plunge it into its body. 1, 2. Yes, that's it. You need anger so hot you'll disregard your own life and everything else.
Yes, for your sake. I need anger so hot I'll disregard everything else.
For my sake. Kill it! Yes, that's it. Now stand. Make it fear you.
Shut up! You! The claws and fangs on this terrible forest! Did you think you were a hair's breadth from killing me? Did you think I'd give up? I'm here! Come at me! Kill me!
The hunting spear pierces the beast's throat, and the man's aging body falls to the ground. A flash of lightning reveals a great shadow beneath the sky. Blazing flames slash through the dark clouds. He trembles from head to toe, his nails digging deep into his palms.
Yes, that's it. That must be it. A monster I've never seen before. So that's what left you in that state. Of course, no ordinary beast could have bested you so easily. Of that, I have no doubt. For you, I will recite your name the moment my spear pierces its heart.
He closes his eyes. Alright. Stage 1 has no cutscenes, so we shall add the usual, titled Forest Menaces. Trifling annoyances in the forest might just be a cover for something deadlier within. And we continue on to our training stage number 1, titled Attack, King of the Skies. The King of the Skies scorches the earth with fire full of ire. So, let's begin with the before part. Left. That good? A little further right. Still no good. Stand on your toes. A little higher, Corn. That's it. Hold it there.
Okay.
Keep your shoulders steady.
I'm trying.
Almost there. Just a little longer.
Okay.
Done. You can put me down now. Got some good samples this time.
I have a suggestion, Yato.
Go ahead.
Maybe.
Tweezers.
Here. Anyway.
Sealing tape.
Here,
Not that one, the blue one. Watch the category.
Okay.
So what was it you wanted to say?
I was just thinking, maybe we could request a ladder the next time we go on a field mission.
Denied. Carrying too much weight reduces mobility, making it harder to deal with unexpected situations. Check this sample too. Let's hope we find something this time.
Mm-hmm.
What would you need a ladder for anyway?
Forget it. Initial tests reveal no active originium particles, just like before.
Still nothing. How many samples have we collected?
Air, soil, organisms, surfaces, 23 samples from 17 locations in total.
And we found nothing in any of them?
Nope.
Strange. Maybe the rain from a couple of days ago affected the detection of our active originium particles. Did you notice anything unusual along the way?
What about those broken and charred trees?
Probably struck by lightning in the storm. If that could be called unusual, then we'd be dealing with a fire-breathing monster on a rampage. I don't want to call this a waste of time, but it is seeming like gathering more samples wouldn't be the most efficient way to go about this. Let's change our methodology. What do you think about interviewing the local infected directly?
Tracing their movements could really help in determining the source of the originium,
there's something we should keep in mind. The hilly terrain limits the contact that these villagers have with the outside. The locals may not be very cooperative. I'll persuade them. The most recent suspected case came from Roka village at the bottom of this hill. Let's head there first. Oh, They reported the case directly to Rhode Island and requested medical aid? That's rare. Pay attention to the way down. There might be something we missed. Yato presses the recording button. Captain's log. Stardate 0809-2023. Space. Wait, wrong franchise. Captain's audio log number 1. 0737 hours. Sunny. Northern Sobo Mountain Range, Higashi. This is Yato, captain of Rhode Island Operation Team A4, responding to a Ripathy cases in the region along with the operator Noir Korn. There have recently been multiple cases suspected to be infections by Ripathy. We believe there have to be an abnormal spread of airborne originium particles. We have not eliminated the possibility that this phenomenon is man-made. We are currently on the outskirts of the forests of Sobo. We have completed a preliminary survey of the local environment and collected some samples, but have yet to find anything unusual. Yato, over here, I found something. Pausing. What is it? Is that what you found? Some bugs under a pile of dried leaves. Butterfly larvae. And? It seemed strange when I first saw them, but now I've forgotten why. Well, bring it up again when you remember. We have yet to find anything unusual and are continuing our investigation. An audio log. Oh, I remember now. What is it? I asked Mint to recommend me a few books because the doctor said I should read more. One of them was The Originium Slug's Guide to Terran Wildlife, which was fun because it had a lot of pictures in it. Get to the point. It talked about the habitats of waterflies. Did you know that they always lay their eggs in puddles? Their larvae grow up in the puddles and fly away when they are adults. You mean... Nothing but leaves here, no puddles. Can butterfly larvae survive in damp environments? The book didn't say. Wait, there are bushes around here, but pretty evenly distributed. So why are there so many leaves in this particular area? We should dig them up. Hey, what are you looking at me? I don't have a shovel. Fine, I'll do it. This is... Whoa, it's huge! Did the book mention anything about this corn? Do fowl beasts grow this big in the mountains of Higashi? I don't remember. These claw marks are massive, similar to a fowl beast's talons in shape, but nearly the same length as my sword, leaving deep indentations in the ground. A creature that can leave marks like these must be the size of a house. Kobe would be over the moons. One of these could feed her for days. One of these could feed one of us. Could feed on us. Corn. Test tube. Here, don't forget your safety protocols. Yato collects a sample from the scratches. There, run a test. Yato. You got something? Active originium particles detected. So that's what it was. What the? Yato? A massive creature. No records of similar claw marks, nor eyewitness reports from the surrounding areas. Did it just appear out of nowhere? Yato, there's a... No, we can't assume it was an animal. That would... what would a foul beast that large even look like? And where did the originium particles come from? Could it be those leaves were... Stop making those noises, Corn. We need to record the scratches. Bring the equipment.
Yato? That wasn't me.
What do you... Whoa!
What the heck is that, Yato?
How would I know? Stay back. Keep your distance.
Some kind of local feline variant?
Hard to say. I've never seen a feline like that before. It's the Rathalos!
Another one!
Careful. They could be aggressive. Be ready for battle.
Hold on. Look at their movements, Yato.
The strange white creature dances? Rathalos! Rathalos!
They're dancing. They don't look hostile.
Hey, who are you? Are you felines? Do you understand what I'm saying? They don't seem to be felines. Are they non-sapient? What did they say again?
I'm not sure. Something about those scratches. Or the creature that left them?
Who am you calling non-sapient, you rude horned lass?
The little one points towards these scratches on the ground.
It's coming!
It can talk! It can talk! I think he just called you rude, Yato.
It's coming? What's coming? Never seen gear like this.
Hey, the yellow one just picked up our equipment. It's running away.
Smithy, stop!
The other one's running too.
After them. Run away!
How are they so fast?
Don't ask me. Run! The Rathalos is coming!
I think they're saying that something is coming. The events of that afternoon come flashing back from time to time. Shoes covered in mud, 23 useless samples. Massive scratch marks buried beneath fallen leaves. Dancing furry creatures somewhat reminiscent of felines. No disrespect to felines, of course. And who could forget the massive shadow hovering over us, like a fireball ready to set the world ablaze. It came from the sky.
Corn!
Roger.
Get ready.
Alright, and like I said, we shall include the training stage into the narration because it's pretty cinematic and has a lot of text on it. So, let's begin.
Corn, be on your guard. The beasts here seem restless. They, like they got startled by something.
Nothing unusual on my end, unless I was the one that scared them. Probably not. Yato, big guy headed towards us. This one's tough. I didn't even grow that rocky carapace.
Attacking from the front doesn't seem to be doing any good. We're wasting time. Help me stall it, and I'll attack it from behind.
Alright, so they're weak from behind. Better remember that for the next time we fight one.
Stay vigilant.
Huh? Did the sky just turn way darker all of a sudden?
like something just flew right over us. The beasts around us seem to be getting riled up again. Korn, prepare for combat.
Yato, over there.
Careful, it took to the sky again. Does this creature have no weakness at all?
I'm still looking for one, studying its movements.
Ah, look out!
Ugh, my head, damn it hurts!
Watch out, it's swooping in again.
Mission accomplished.
Alright, and we shall continue with the after stage. $12 no, 4 o'clock. 7 o'clock now, it's coming. Raise your shield.
Are you okay?
I'm fine.
Did it just breathe fire?
Obviously.
Even the rocks are charred.
Haven't seen anything like that since Blaze's Hearts. And I'm sure she'd love to have a go at it.
Watch out, here it comes!
It's no good. Its movements are too large. Whenever we try to counterattack, it just pushes us away or flies out of range. We're stuck on the defensive. We have to try to close the distance.
Watch out, Yato!
I'm fine. Think about its movements. It whips its tail left and right while on the ground before charging forward to bite.
It also accelerates to charge and flies up to breathe fire.
Tailspin, bite, charge, fire breath. Here comes the tail, Korn.
Got it!
At the very least, we have to be able to close in.
You want to try that? The timing might be hard though.
I was thinking the same thing. Over here. It's cumbersome. It needs time to find its footing after movement.
We can take that opportunity to get in close.
Get me above its neck. I'll try to kill it in one blow. Ready? Dodge. Here we go. Noir, Korn and I knew what to do. We've done this many times. The moment I step on the shield, I feel a great force from beneath, sending me into the sky. My sword draws a sharp arc through the air and heads straight down, nothing between it and its target. What? My sword was deflected. My sword was deflected.
Look out! It's taking off! That roar! My head's buzzing, I can't move!
It's preparing to breathe fire. Dodge to the side.
Yato! You're hurt. Are you okay?
It just grazed my arm. I'm fine. I didn't expect it to dive like that all of a sudden.
Yato, you dropped your sword.
I can't keep a grip on it. What happened to my arm?
Seems like something else drew its attention. It's looking away. Let's get out of here while we can.
Coming through. Here comes the cart. Push! Where to? Don't ask meow. Just push.
Yato, those strange felines are coming over with what looks like a bunch of scrap wood. Hey, what are you doing? Get away from Yato!
I'm warning you. Don't even think about putting her on that thing. We're merely trimming that Rattlos's claws, Horn Hunter. You can possibly win this, win for now. Hop on. Can't possibly.
Stay away. I'm warning you.
Don't touch me. Hey, not there. Put me down. Get on.
No.
Corn just lost to 2 cats. Smithy, is this really how we are supposed to push? Why is the cart so rickety? Huh? So you're only ever seen other felines push their carts?
Where am I? What's this? A cart made of wood? Feels like it could fall apart any moment. My head hurts. Something hit me. Yato, where is she?
Hey, Horn Hunter, where are your herbs?
Herbs? What herbs?
Then what about antidotes?
What are you talking about?
Surely Meow have blue mushrooms on Meow. Good thing I have antidote herbs.
Mushrooms? Why would I carry mushrooms with me?
That's not good. Are New World Hunters always so unprepared? Unprepared?
Who are you? Local felines?
Feline? Feline?
Oh my god. Okay, I will state it right here. When you pronounce it, there is literally no difference between saying feline with a Y or a feline with a I. He's making nothing out of nothing. Anyway, continuing.
I'm a top researcher from Berna Village. Former
this is also gonna kill me.
Paleontology scrivener, a blue-blooded feline scholar. I'm here to study the New World. Eh? And this is Smithy from Brook Village. We met along the way. Artisan. Feline artisan. We're both felines. Feline.
So you're felines, but not felines? Yeah, don't question it, Corn. Just don't question it.
Never you mind that. The girl's been poisoned by the Rathlas. She needs an antidote now.
What happened to Yato? You said she's poisoned?
She's unconscious for now. I did some first aid, but her poison is still there. Rathlas poison's really dangerous. It can even kill a Rhinoceros this big.
I need to... Put me down.
I thought New World Hunters were the elite of the elite, but this one's not so smart. They don't even have antidotes. What to do? The lass is pretty badly poisoned, and there are no suitable mushrooms in the forest. Village! Right. The fastest way is to get some from a village. Remember the one that we saw from a distance? The hunters there can't possibly lack basic ingredients like these. I'm so smart. Huh? Hey, dumb horned hunter. We're going to get blue mushrooms for the antidote. Find a camp to rest and wait for us.
Camp? Where? Hey!
No time to waste. Let's go.
The cat puns are gonna kill me.
That night the sky was set on fire, and a great monster came down from the forest, trying to burn the village down with its flames. The village hunter stepped forward and told the others, I'm a hunter, so I'll protect the village. How dare you try to stop my flames of destruction, puny little hunter? You won't take another step forward, monster. The hunter raises his weapon and fights the monster, threatening the village. Giant fireball! Ha!
The kid wrestles.
Ha! I win! I told you, the hunter always wins! No, I didn't lose. Don't be a sore loser. I took you down. The hunter never loses, no matter how scary the monster is. No. Dad told me that there aren't any hunters anymore. You're lying! All Kashibao living on the south of the village is a great hunter. That says all Kashibao is just a stubborn old man. There aren't any hunters left because the village doesn't need them anymore. That's why the monsters won't lose.
The fallen red leaves on the ground tell of late autumn. The houses in the village are well maintained, but feel solemn, even sorrowful, under the clouded sky. A lonely statue gazes into the distance. Wounded travelers may not be welcome here. Hunters have long been unwelcome. Wake up, Yato. Those felines said you're poisoned. Do you remember? You need to stay awake.
Stop shaking me. I can hear you.
How do you feel?
My head feels heavy and my arms swollen. Must be the poison. The first aid treatment worked. I feel a little better. That flying creature's claws were venomous. It's my fault for not dodging.
No, it's not.
Those two creatures, they call themselves felines. Might be a unique local feline variant. We shouldn't have let them go. They seem to know about the creature. We should have learned everything we could from them first.
What was it they said? They're looking for an antidote. Sorry, I'll go after them. You rest here.
No, we need to go to the village now.
What? But you're injured and they told us to wait.
We need to go as soon as possible. There's a huge monster in the forest. We don't know if it'll threaten the village directly, but it was clearly responsible for those marks. So it must have something to do with the orypathy, and we have no way to prevent it from moving over a large area. That's what matters right now. I don't know if the village is already aware of the creature, but our top priority is to communicate the situation to the villagers and organize an evacuation to prevent the infection from spreading.
But you need rest.
The mission comes first. We need to ensure the villagers' safety.
Fine, I remember the way. I'll carry you there.
Korn?
Yeah?
No need to carry me. I can walk on my own. Don't you think there's something odd about this village, Smithy? Huh? I've traveled across the kingdom with scriveners. I've climbed the walls of Castle Shrade, watched the walls of Moga village, seen countless magnificent sights. But I'm positive I've never seen a village like this. Did you see those villagers? They look like humans, but had ears and tails like ours. I'm sure there's no record of them in all the libraries of Dundorma. Not to mention, we didn't see a single hunter. There's a Rathalos in the forest, but no hunters in the village, no gathering hub. How are they supposed to deal with the monsters? If this village wasn't founded by the Research Commission, then could this possibly not be the New World? I don't understand. Where are we? So excited! What? Why? Wait, Smithy, do you remember the Rathalos that we ran into? The big guy that suddenly appeared in the forest and came after us? Then there was a light. Could that have been... Wait, Smithy? Smithy, where are you?
We're at the village. Are you okay?
I said I'm fine.
She's running a high fever. Let's stop here and rest. I'll find help. Hey, can anybody help? Someone's hurt. Anybody? Hello? From far away. Catch it! That yellow thing!
Hurry, it went that way.
Where is everybody? Again from far away. There! The thief went that way!
Korn. I'm getting dizzy. Did you evacuate the villagers? No, this wasn't me. Thank you. Stop talking. Save your strength. Isn't it funny? We just started, but somehow this feels like the end. Don't say stuff like that. Yato? Yato, say something. Crap. Anyone? Excuse me. Do you guys need help? Yes, she's badly hurt. Let me see. Was it an animal that did this? Yes. There's a place that can help her. I'll take you there. Thank you. Over here. So shiny. Want this too? So many new tools and materials. Yay! So, where did the yellow thief go off to? He just went that way. Zipped right past my feet. After him. Smithy, over here. What did Mia do? Why are so many people after Mia? Look, so much new stuff. Oh, goodness. Don't take people's stuff like that. He's here. Hey, there's another one. Oh, whiskers. Let's go to the forest. The thief went that way. The entrance to the forest is blocked. Hey, is that a hunter's hut? A hunter hut! Stop running off like that. Over here. There's a hole here. Where did those felines go? Shh. That's the Kashiwao house. The old man would never let them in. And I had a doma. Let's look over there. Don't let them get away. Are they gone? Here. What is it this time? Just some furs hanging off the wall. But this place really looks like a hunter's house. Up there! Ken! Mushrooms! Where? Let me see. On the shelves? Oh, they do indeed appear to be blue mushrooms. Let's try them. They could make a good antidote. Shh. Paw steps. Get down. Let's camper. The entrance boarded up. What to do? Is there somewhere we can hide? The other feline swings a hammer. I suppose that's one way to do it. The paw steps are getting closer. We have to do this. Listen, Smithy. When they come in, jump onto the nearest person, a person's head. Then do this with the hammer. I run past them while they're distracted. And you follow, understand? So excited. On my mark. 3, 2, 1. Almost there. That's the one. It's all Kashiwao's house. He's the village hunter, a good man. He has a lot of things in his house for treating injuries caused by beasts. He can help you. Thank you so much. No need to thank me. By the way, my name is Kazuya. All Kashiwao often goes into the mountains to hunt and come back with lots of stuff. He's amazing. He also spent a lot of time building a fence around the village so the animals can get in. He really cares for everyone. Sounds like quite the guy. Hang in there, Yato. We're almost there. Oh, he seems to be out. Just pull that stick down to open the door. But the owner's out. Don't worry, he likes to help people. He'll let you rest if he was here, I guarantee it. Alright then. Wait here, Yato. I'll get the door. Is it this one? There. Ow! Ow! My head! Smithy, stop! It's the Horn Hunter.
The felines?
With the Y. And don't you dare fudge it.
There is no difference in pronouncing it.
Shake a couple of times. There we go. Here, have the last drink this.
What is it?
An antidote, of course, I think. There weren't any blue mushrooms, so I used something I found here that looked similar. I'm sure it'll work. Just drink it. I remember. You remember what? The newest antidote recipe doesn't use blue mushrooms. What? Why did you say... Well, my recipe uses mushrooms. You shut up.
Will Yato get better?
A horn weirdo who doesn't even know what an antidote herb is. I wouldn't ask questions like that if you had a brain under that horn.
I've just never heard of anything called an antidote herb growing in Terra. Oh, Yato's fever is dropping. Thank goodness.
So you're saying this place is called Terra? It's not the New World? And you're not a hunter like the ones we're familiar with?
Oh yeah, and stop calling me Horned Weirdo. I'm here on a mission.
Could this possibly be not the New World, but an entirely different world? No, my plans to research the New World. I would have become the greatest scholar there.
These words.
Respected by everyone. I'm done for. Done for!
Maybe we should introduce ourselves. I'm Noir Korn, and she's...
Yato. You've said it many times now. I can't even get the name out of my fur.
So you aren't felines, but felines? Again, no difference in saying it. Please. And you used to live with creatures that look very much like us before you came here? In a world where hunters and monsters exist.
Completely different from here.
So did that flying, fire-breathing creature come from your world?
The Rathalos? I couldn't say if anything similar lives here, but I am positive this one came with us. In our world, they live with Rathians near volcanoes and forests. They're really scary wyverns.
So you were yelling at us that the creature was coming. What was the name again? Wrath something?
Are you used just for now? For show? It's a Rathalos.
Rathalos. The name does sound impressive. It could fly so high, breathe huge fireballs, not to mention the venomous claws and a hide so tough it could stop swords. I guess it deserves a scary name.
Precisely, but we have ways of handling them.
What did you say?
However, you're too weak, and your weapons are useless. You shouldn't even think about fighting a Rathalos. If it were the legendary hunter from Burna Village, he would go and the Rathalos would be dead.
Just like that?
Just like that. You must have hunters capable of hunting a Rathalos in your village too, Smithy. Perhaps you just didn't see them. Anyway, let's set the Rathalos aside and think about how to send Meow and Smithy home.
Korn. I'm here. You feeling better?
I've been awake for a while. I was listening to your conversation. Have the villagers been evacuated?
I haven't told them yet. Here's what I'm thinking. We only fought the Rathalos once. We don't know what connection it has to the Originium. The chaos caused by a panic or a large-scale evacuation could make it even harder to track the true source of the Originium particles.
Not a bad point, but taking countermeasures is always the priority whenever there is risk of a Ripathy infection. Never forget that.
Do you still have a fever? I have a towel here.
I'm fine. Oh, you're awake. Hmm? Oh, so you two are...
It's not like that. Shut up.
Huh? What are you talking about?
Who are you? Speak, or I'll have to clean bloodstains off my floor today. Wait, hold on.
They got hurt in the mountains. I brought them here.
Hurt?
I took a scratch from a venomous claw. We used some of the ingredients here to make an antidote. Thank you, and we apologize for bothering you. We'll be leaving now.
Lie down if you're injured.
Oh,
Yoshitaka Kashibao. That's my name. You can call me whatever you please. I'm a hunter. There are many beasts in the forest here. Amateurs should avoid them.
thank you for your assistance.
I don't need to know who you are. And you, over here. But me? The girl's hurt. Boil some water for her. And put that rag down.
Sure, right away.
Kazuya, grind this up. Dissolve it in water and apply it to the wound.
Right. Feline Scholar, are you trying to return to your world? Possibly. I don't know how you and the Rathalos got here, but do you know how to get back? Good question. I was looking around with Smithy, but there were nothing but trees. We can't go back the way we came, but there might be some other way in the forest. We can try the forest, but the odds aren't good. So how about making an agreement with us? Huh? I know a place that may be able to help you return to where you came from. Where is that? Rhode Island, the company Noir, Korn and I work for. We often deal with anomalous events. Even if there is no immediate way home, it can still provide a safe refuge. Korn and I are in a similar situation ourselves. In return, we'll need your knowledge. In case we encounter the Rathalos again. We may need to kill it, as you mentioned. Rathalos hunt. I can't make any promises right now. I need some time. You have villages where you came from, don't you? Would you just turn a blind eye when there is a threat nearby? We fought the Rathalos, a creature that has never been seen in these lands before. We know it's not something we can just leave alone. More importantly, it may also be linked to another crisis, one that's more familiar to Terra. Maybe you don't understand what I'm talking about, but we have evidence that we can't afford to waste any time in dealing with the situation. Oripathy aside, a creature of that size that breathes fire and has venomous claws is a threat simply by virtue of existing so close to a village.
What did you say? Flying, fire breathing, venomous claws. You saw the beast.
You've seen the Rathalos before too? We encountered it in the forest and believe it to be a non-native creature that is highly dangerous. We will continue to investigate and take appropriate measures as needed.
It's my quarry.
Perfect. As an experienced local hunter who knows these forests, we could really use your skills. We share a common goal. We should work together. We'll ensure your safety.
Did you not hear me? I said, it's my quarry.
I'm afraid I don't quite understand. Are you concerned about our combat abilities? Rhode Island operators are well trained and experienced in responding to emergencies. Dealing with anomalous creatures is part of our job. We were caught by surprise this time, but next time we'll be fully prepared.
Oh! It's my quarry, and I will hunt it, alone. How dare you disrespect my claim?
This Rathalos is an unknown creature that we can't underestimate. It doesn't belong to you.
Look at the state you got yourself into, and you speak of combat ability? Weak, worthless worm, lower than an Originium slug. What are you thinking? No, don't dare even.
No offense, but you have no right to stop us from investigating the Rathalos. It's our job.
I'm warning you. Don't let me see your face in the forest. I don't care who you are. Just stay away from my quarry.
If you interfere with our mission, we will be forced to consider you a threat and respond accordingly. I can only hope it doesn't come to that.
Namare! Get out! Get out of my house! No! Out!
I got the water. Huh? What happened? Mr. Kashiwao, why? Let's go, Korn. Wait, hold on. Don't throw that. You take care to excuse us. Wait. I'm sorry, I don't know what came over him all of a sudden. He's really a very nice person. It wasn't like him at all. Thank you for your help, Kazuya. But we're fine. Go keep the old man company. Alright. I don't understand. Why he was so upset? Just because we're also looking for the Rathalos? He lives by himself with no family, far away from the rest of the village, and everything in there looked old and ragged. Do you remember the hunter statue in the village? I thought it'd be a respected profession here. Don't worry about it. It won't affect our mission. We should learn more about this village and look for clues about the originium contamination. I'm sorry, I just wanted to help them.
Are they gone?
Uh-huh.
The girls seem to be getting better.
Alright, and we continue on to stage number 2, titled Hard as a Rock. No matter how hard-headed one may be, there is always a soft spot somewhere. And let's begin with the before part. How did they make this? It has the toughness of Gosharak fur, but it is as light as Nargacuca scales. And it goes for the other clothing too. The consistency in quality is outstanding. The strangest thing is possible that everyone has clothes with tailoring much better than what you can get from the best smithies. There's simply no way this area has enough monsters to provide this much material though. New materials? I like them so much! And even more in the forest! We should lend that long-haired hunter a paw with the Rathalos. Perhaps. You might want to rethink that, Smithy. This locale and the new world we were headed to are two completely different places. The villagers here don't go into the forest to hunt or craft weapons and armor with monster materials. There's so much stuff in this village I've never seen before, and I have no clue where they came from or how they work. Though, based on what Yato said, some of them seem to be observing the endemic life here, like the members of the Elder Dragon Observation Team or the Ecological Research Center. But it's still so different in so many aspects. Different? Positively. We must figure out a way back as soon as possible. I still have a chance to be the prime ecological researcher of the New World. Isn't this a New World too? Smithy, are you saying this is simply yet another undiscovered New World? More importantly, one that no other commission has been to before? No monster or researchers, none of these Elder Dragon Observation Team louts. A totally different, brand new world that only we know of. If I can make recordings of our observations and findings here, I'll be basking in the limelight as a star scholar when we get back. Those Vibranians buried in those books will be so stunned by my newfound knowledge. I'm pretty... Ugh, this is killing me. I'm pretty clever if I do say so myself. Ugh. Huh? No, that's not it. I have to think this over carefully. We're not the sort to just follow the hunters all day, and we've already helped them deal with the Rathalos once. Rathalos! Bang bang! I won't prevent you from going if you really want to, Smithy. I'm just going to wait here and see. Whoa, look guys! Are they felines? How could they be felines when they're this tiny? And so fluffy too. Aw, how cute. Hey, what are you doing? Wow, it can speak too. That's so adorable. Can you play with us, little feline? We can carry you and give you pretty clothes to wear. Or throw you in the air and catch you. Just like that. Preposterous. You sharp-eared cravens. I hail from the Royal Paleontology's Scriveners, and I am not your plaything. Let's try giving it some head pats. Hey, get your paws off me. I'm warning you. It's not comfortable. No, I can't. Smithy, come back. Wait for me. I've decided, yes. Since they've made such a sincere request to use my profound expertise to deal with the Rathalos, as a former Royal Paleontology scrivener, my professionalism would never allow me to refuse to lend a paw. Let us be off. Post haste. These cats are gonna be my downfall. Anyway.
Oh, so you're saying you came up upon a monster the size of a house in the forest near our village, and that it can fly and breathe fire in all directions, and even has venomous claws. The forest is truly a wonder.
I understand that you may find that hard to believe, but we saw it with our own eyes. We even fought it. While I can't confirm that this will escalate into some new kind of crisis, I suggest we immediately notify all the villagers and start evacuating as per standard catastrophe measure.
How unfortunate for you to come all this way, only to run into such a troubling matter. I'm called Ataru Taki, the headman of the little Roka village. The place we enjoy here stems not from me alone, but is thanks to all of our efforts. Please, have a taste of this tea. It's a local specialty of ours, and not only is it refreshing, it can also help speed up recovery.
Don't mind if I do. Taki, we don't have the luxury of time here.
I'll take a sip later.
Did you not understand what I said? Only by swiftly evacuating the villagers can we ensure their safety and handle the crises without any worries.
You are always in such a rush, but that's not a bad thing. As the saying goes, the early foul beast gets the worm. Please, have a seat, you two. We still have time to discuss this in more detail.
Yato?
Why not hear him out first?
I hope you will carefully consider our proposal and, if conditions permit, fortify the village defenses to ensure everyone is safe during the evacuation.
You mentioned this before, but from where did you come from again? Rose something?
Rhode Island.
Ah, yes. Rhode Island. You must be operators Yato and Noir Corn, yes? If memory serves me right. Let me try to recall why I contacted your people back then. Oh, yes, you claim to be able to treat telepathy. Recently, several families in Roka seem to have gotten infected. The Shimanaga, Watazawa, Seno, and Ishidori households. The last one in particular has an especially young child who's contracted telepathy, and it is heartbreaking to see.
We are well versed in handling everything related to telepathy, so you can leave that matter to us.
Of course, and thank you very much for coming, but there remains another small issue nagging at me.
What are you talking about?
I just can't wrap my head around it. Why are you so concerned with the monsters in the forest? Are you not a pharmaceutical company?
Let me explain. Regional outbreaks of telepathy often have an underlying cause, and the best way to effectively deal with it is to eliminate the source of originium dust. To be honest, we investigated the mountains earlier and found some clues linking the outbreak to that creature. Although we can't conclusively prove it yet, Prevention is always better than cure.
I see. How meticulous. I'd expect no less of Rhode Island. I do hope the village youths can learn a thing or two from you.
I must still insist that you heed our advice to ensure the safety of everyone in the village.
Ah, yes. I still have one more question for the both of you.
Please, go ahead.
How did you find the tea?
Please don't try to change the subject. It's pretty good. Tasty and invigorating. Way better than the mass-produced bottle stuff you find in bars.
Oh, yes. Those Mitsumoto big shots also like it very much.
So you do business with the Mitsumotos?
We use a very expensive herb called Suzuka to make this blend of tea. It grows near the Sobo mountain range and nowhere else. All the Suzuka tea products in all of Higashi come from this tiny region you find yourself in. Besides that, we also specialize in handicraft ironwork and ornamental woodcrafts, thanks to the high quality ores and variety of trees we have around here.
What are you getting at?
To put it bluntly, only a few years back we were but a tiny hunting village, and our livelihood depended on how well the hunt went. We would sing and dance around the campfire when the woods were bountiful, but there were also times when we could count the days of our rations would last on one hand, not to mention the ever-present worry of being attacked by beasts at night. But these last few years, we've been able to replace our thatched roofs with wood, light up our streets at night, and our children are able to enjoy hot baths every day. Now nobody has to go hunting in the mountains, nor worry about tomorrow. So to leave our homes over some vague hunch you have, the villagers won't readily accept it.
I have no intention of making this permanent. Once the situation has been taken care of, you should be able to return.
And how many days would that take? 1, 2, maybe a month? A year? Can you ensure the village stays intact? That we will be able to return to the lives we have now? Can Rhode Island guarantee that?
As of right now, I'm afraid not. We can't predict the exact scale of the situation, but...
Of course you can't. Which is why we won't leave.
How is the villagers' safety not your top priority? I can guarantee you that this thing exists, so how can we simply ignore the threat of such a large and dangerous creature?
Are you absolutely sure?
Of what?
We have a saying here. When you see butterflies fluttering in fall, in truth, they are but falling leaves. We are all too familiar with this forest, Miss Yato, so perhaps what you think you saw was simply that.
What are you...
Alright.
Corn. We'll go do checkups on the villages infected, and then arrange a treatment plan based on our findings.
Thank you both, really. But now that you bring up treatment plans, I do have one more small favor to ask of you.
We're listening.
Could you possibly provide us with some horipathy suppressing drugs right now?
What for?
The situation really worries me to no end, even with the two of you here. So just in case a similar outbreak occurs again in the future, I would like us to at least have some medication ready. Please rest assured, I intend to pay in full for everything.
There is no need for that. We'll just handle the source of the...
Yato? Will it be a bother?
No, there is no problem. We can give you some right away. Oh yeah, Headman Taki. I still have a question. You said the village used to make a living through hunting, so are there any hunters still around?
With no need to hunt, naturally we have no hunters.
Cause I met someone earlier, when we just got here, who looked an awful lot like a hunter. I think he said his name was Kashibao. Do you know who that is?
A hunter? Ah, in truth, even I could call myself a hunter. He's pretty old, so he tends to run his mouth. He likes to go to the mountains and swing sticks at trees. But his eccentric personality might cause you some trouble in future, so I think it would be best to stay away from him.
He doesn't seem to have any family around either. Did he get into some kind of trouble? You ask interesting questions. He's just the reclusive sort. Every village has one or two of them. It's nothing unusual. It's getting late, so why not call it a day here? I wish you both a pleasant stay in our humble abode. Sorry to bother you. Ah, right. Just a piece of friendly advice. Seasoned hunters all know this. The more curious the forest beast, the more easily it falls into a trap. Do keep that in mind. I can only blame myself for underestimating the villagers' reluctance to evacuate. It was unwise to try to get them to leave with only the suspicion of danger and no hard evidence. I think even if we brought evidence, he still wouldn't believe us that easily. He's been refusing to hear us out, and even wants us to stay away from the Rathalos. He just stopped me earlier because of the way he was acting. Well, his reason for wanting the drugs was sort of unusual and more than a little fishy, so I figured it'd be best to just agree and then see what he does. As for his parting words, you'd start to see them as anything but a warning. I don't care. Regardless of the attitude of the people here, we have only one duty: to protect them from any threat. Needless to say, I will find a solution. As for you, you care too much. I just thought Kashiwao was acting a bit too oddly. I understand your concern, but it has nothing to do with our mission. Don't waste your energy on irrelevant things. Ice cold on an autumn night in the mountains. The wind blew through the still warm body. It had been bitten, torn apart, chewed on. It hurts. It hurts. It hurts so bad. Kill them!
Just a dream. I saw you again in it.
Mr. Kashiwao, are you there?
Come in.
I brought some onigiri and boiled bamboo shoots. I'll just leave them on the table, okay? I also got some bento boxes from the city so you can just warm them up and Oh, are you heading out?
Yes, I'm going up the mountain.
Are you going to deal with that oversized flying monster those two operators were talking about?
I'm just going on a regular hunt.
Then, can I just say, I've been preparing for this day, and now that a super powerful monster has appeared, it's time I finally become a proper hunter. Look, I have a bow, leather hiking boots, and a knife. I'm healthy and pretty strong. So can I come hunting with you?
No.
What? Can't you at least think it over? I can help you with a lot of things like carrying your hunting spear, setting up traps, carrying pelts down the mountain.
You're too young for that, kid. With no experience, you'll only slow me down.
I'm not a kid anymore. Back in the day, children my age would already be out hunting. There's no way you don't know that. I'll be good and stay out of trouble.
That's enough from you.
Everyone says there are no more hunters in the village. Hunters defeat the beasts in the forest and are the strongest heroes in the village, like you. It's obvious that you've been protecting everyone the whole time, so why do they talk about you like that? They even say you're not a real hunter, just a doddering old man who goes up to the mountain to get his bones chewed on by beasts.
They said... The forest becomes more dangerous by the day. It's no longer safe for anyone to set foot in it.
Hey, they were lying, right, Mr. Kashiwao? You're a real hunter, right?
I'll take care of that monster in return. Believe me. Alright, enough crying. Though it may be too early for you now, I still believe that one day you'll be a real hunter. This is a promise between the two of us, alright?
Yeah, promise.
Huh? Why are all the villagers coming out?
Raise your hands. Yes, like that. Don't be afraid, I'm just taking a quick look. Alright, good girl. Next, please.
The old hunter lingered for a moment and was about to turn away.
Then the young operator happened to glance sideways, and they met eyes for an instant. Can I ask you, how's my health? I've been getting a lot of headaches lately. Don't worry, it's nothing serious. Here are some painkillers. No need to take one daily. Just whenever you feel severe pain. Thank you. Yato, you should come check out the enneography results. Alright, please wait a moment. I'll be back right away for the rest of the consultation.
Do you see this?
How could this be? Alright. Sorry to have kept you waiting, but I have a question to ask. Actually, there have been some slight changes detected in your condition. Have you encountered anything unusual lately? Or visited any places you don't normally go?
Is it serious?
Not for now, but if you continue to be exposed to active originium and develop oropathy, dealing with the consequences won't be easy. It doesn't even have to be recently, but please try and recall if you've had any unusual encounters, especially with originium.
Active originium? But how? They said I was properly protected when I went in.
Went in? Where?
Aramatsu, don't say things that will make the doctor misunderstand.
I'm just a blacksmith. How could I possibly have been exposed to originium? There must be some sort of mistake.
Indeed, our village is fairly disciplined, but there shouldn't be any cause for concern here, Doctor.
I understand. Please be careful to stay away from areas that might be contaminated with active originium, and not to touch any suspicious objects in the future. That was the last one.
Find out anything new?
They've all been saying the same things, either that they never leave the village or nothing at all. Using the possibility of contracting oropathy as a scare tactic hasn't been effective. The moment you ask about anything other than their condition, or ask where they've been, they immediately put up their guard. Although only a few individuals were diagnosed with acute oropathy and were instructed on how to properly deal with it, we cannot underestimate the extent to which oropathy has affected the village as a whole. The results you showed me earlier, were the rest of them similar?
Yep.
If they haven't been in contact with originium recently, then where did the outbreak come from?
According to the angiogram results, the villagers have been exposed to active originium for at least a few years. Only in trace amounts though, resulting in vague symptoms, and only a few that have actually contracted the oropathy. It's due to limited exposure to an extremely low concentration of originium particles, I think.
Was it at the same level we detected in the Raphalos' scratch marks?
No, that was high enough to induce oropathy outright, and is probably related to the few villagers who did contract the disease. They also mentioned they went into the forest.
Let's see, if this area has been under continuous exposure to originium, and then one day it suddenly spiked, could it be that both sources of originium come from the same place?
Very likely. Hello there.
You're from earlier.
Excuse me, I should have introduced myself. I'm called Hiroshi Rito, and my family has lived here for many generations.
Hello, do you need something from us?
I hope the two of you can forgive me for interrupting your inquiry earlier. I was simply worried that he had misspoken in public, which could have consequences.
Consequences? What do you mean?
Because of a certain matter in this village, many people have dirty laundry they'd rather not air.
You two, are you the visiting doctors? We can only examine for oropathy.
What's gotten you in such a hurry? Could it be?
Please, you have to save the Shidori's boy. I'm his neighbor, and he's really sick. He keeps on vomiting blood. Vomiting blood? That sounds serious. Well, we'd better get going.
I'll come with you.
Press the drainage tube. Pliers, quickly. Gauze. We succeeded. Luckily, we've dealt with a similar situation before.
Yeah, I remember that. Back then, you were doing it to yourself.
I take it your idle chatter means you need more to do? Give him a suppressant shot. Doctor, will he be okay? He's out of danger. There was bleeding in his lungs, and being in the wrong posture caused a blood clot to clog up his airways. Make sure he sits up properly and gets ample rest. Thank goodness. It's too early to breathe easy. Things aren't looking very well for him. His infection has been the most severe we've seen so far here, though fortunately he got a suppressant shot just in time. But that will only slow the symptoms and will have to be followed up with more shots. He might even need to be brought back to Rhode Island. But to be in this condition, what exactly did he come into contact with? I don't know. There shouldn't have been anything. That doesn't make sense. What about his family? I don't know either. What exactly are you all hiding? Papa would never lie. Monster. Giant monster. A monster? You can't say that.
Miss, please don't get any closer.
Corn, keep her in check. My throat. Water. Here we go. Careful. Drink it slowly. I'm here to help, so don't be afraid. Where's your family? Papa, he got taken away by the village headman soon after he came back from the cave. What cave? Child, you mustn't speak of that to outsiders. This only concerns... Shut up. Can it be any more important than a child's life? Papa, he would go into the cave every morning and come back late at night. But yesterday, there was a loud noise from the cave. The village headman said he needed people to take a look. So Papa went in and got a fever when he came back and had rocks growing on him. Oropathy worsens rapidly.
Sounds like he might have come into direct contact with active originium and gotten some of it on his body, causing the boy's condition to deteriorate too.
Papa said there's a big monster in the cave and it's not safe, but the village headman said he was lying, so nobody believed him, and then he got taken away. He would never lie. Never. There. He wasn't lying. We saw a monster with our own eyes. Really? Yes, but don't worry. We're very strong, and we won't let the monster harm the village. Can you defeat it, lady? And protect the village? Papa didn't lie. I give you my word. As captain of Rhode Island Op Team A4, I, Operator Yato, accept your commission. and I never break my promises. Thank you. Now that's enough talking. You need to get some more rest, okay? Step aside, Corn. You should have seen that kid's condition earlier, right? Many of the villagers have been infected, and if the source of the originium dust isn't taken care of, you will all contract oropathy, and things will only get worse from there. The next person to end up like this will be you. Am I clear? So tell me what exactly it is you're all hiding. Sorry, I can't.
Let her go. She had no choice. Perhaps it's better than I explain. Please leave. I'll talk to them.
Thank you. Finally talking.
The cave the boy mentioned is in the mountain behind the village. Many villagers work there under the village headman.
What's inside?
I don't work there, so I don't know. And even if I did know, I wouldn't be able to talk about it, just like she couldn't.
So the village headman is the one making sure everyone keeps their mouths shut?
Well, I didn't say that.
Please take care of the child. In the meantime, I'll go clarify matters with the headman.
Wait, are you sure about that?
If the situation isn't resolved, the village will only be in more danger.
Do you really think he'll tell you the truth? You only get ambiguous answers and end up even further from a solution. He's right, Yato. I know where it is. This is the place he mentioned, and I already scouted out the area. There aren't many houses in this side of the village, and the terrain is pretty whack, so that doesn't seem suspicious at first glance. Over there are two villagers chatting like they're just taking a break out behind the mountain. But it's obvious that they keep glancing at that one house over there.
I'll take them down, and you go and take a look inside.
Wait, what if we mess this up? Knock out two innocent villagers and they'll definitely kick us out of the village.
Smithy here has an idea for me.
Whoa, where did you guys come from?
We've decided to come and help me out too with the Rattalas, so you should be on your hind paws, thanking us for our assistance.
So you think you can lure them away?
I don't think anything. Smithy's the one with the idea.
Yato, let's leave it to them, and the both of us can sneak in from the back.
Smithy, is this idea of yours really going to work? And where did all these ingredients come from? Chop, steer, no stopping, meow. Ah, how appalling. Firmer Royal Paleontology's scrivener, destined to be the most amazing researcher of the New World. I'm not some ordinary canteen chef. Turn it over, it's done, well done.
Is it time for dinner yet? What are you talking about? The sun hasn't even set yet. I didn't have breakfast or lunch today, not even a snack. Ever since those two outsiders arrived, the headman station has stationed me here to keep an eye out, so I haven't had the chance to get a bite. I'm so hungry. Can you keep a lid on it? You're not the only one who's hungry here. Hey, do you think those two will really come looking? Haven't they been busy treating the villagers? Just follow the headman's orders and stay put. Do you want what happened with that girl to happen again? She turned the village upside down back then. Fine, fine, I'll hold it in. Wait, what's that smell? Smell? What smell? Ah. Perfectly roasted meat, melted grease bubbling over the vegetables, and a sweet scent of roasted fruit. I've never smelled anything like it before. Ugh. Just stop talking, I can smell it too, you know. Come on, let's take a look. Maybe someone's brought us food. You go, I'll wait here. Are you sure? Didn't you say you were hungry too? Just a quick look.
A nutritious and energizing meal, made by felines. Perfect for dinner. A table for two, perhaps?
You're... Ah, there...
Smithy, we have costumers. And knockout.
Okay. I'm standing still right here. Be gentle when you step on him. Ow!
Is this the cave the kid was talking about?
It doesn't seem natural. There are signs of excavation work all over the walls.
They even laid tracks on the ground. These prints look pretty fresh too, so they must have used it recently.
The entrance to the cave was sealed when we came in, and it didn't look like they closed it for us, but to keep something in. Given what the Ishidori kid said, there was probably an accident here recently. Do you think the tracks might lead us closer to the Rathalos?
We'll know once we go in deeper.
What's that up ahead?
Wait, don't move.
I'll go and take a look-see.
Slow down, you. Be careful.
No problemo. It doesn't seem to be alive. Burned clothing. Looks like it was taken off before it caught fire.
There's more over there.
A helmet, portable flashlight. Maybe that kid's dad left it here.
There's a ventilation shaft just up ahead. He probably left his things here and tried to escape through the shaft, but failed.
So he was running away and probably really nervous.
This hall is big enough to house a Rathalos, so most likely. Korn, go test the burnt clothes.
I've got the results. There's traces of active originium, in a smaller concentration to the sample we got from the scratch marks in the forest, but slightly higher. Do you smell anything strange, Yato?
Blood from up ahead.
I'll go and take a look-see. This is a piece of meat?
Huge chunks of meat beast, and fresh too. Probably left here shortly before we came in. Seems like they dragged it down here, but why?
Maybe to attract some kind of carnivore?
Attract the Rathalos.
Woo!
Stupid longhorn hunter. What are you shouting for?
Because you guys just jumped out without any warning. That particular smell again.
We perfectly distracted those guards, and there was so much left over. We knocked them out cold.
This sounded like the original plan anyway. Wait, leftover what?
Don't mind it. Just keep going.
We'll be here for a bit. There's a lot of investigating to do.
They're going to catch up with me.
Huh? What's going to catch up?
People.
Why would there be people down here?
Is it not perfectly normal for people to try and catch meow if you sneak into their place? Even if Smithy didn't pilfer their kitchens, meow would have been discovered eventually.
What on terror is going on here?
Everyone, shut up. Listen. The sound is approaching. They're going to catch up with us.
No, that sound is
coming from within the cave. Infected creatures.
Alright, and we continue with the after scene. Incoming, 3 o'clock.
Yep. Watch out, above you.
That was close. There's too many of them. Why are the infected creatures down here?
All these years and you still haven't broken the habit of asking pointless questions. None of these pests should be allowed to go any further. I can't imagine what would happen to the village if they broke free.
There's more coming. On your right.
My blade. Curses, it's becoming even more dull from the sheer number we're dealing with.
We have to stop them from coming.
If I'm not wrong, there are still some pretty powerful Originium bombs in my bag from our last mission. They can be remotely detonated. Just gotta think of a way to trigger one without blowing us up too. That ventilation shaft. It opens into the inner walls of the cave, so we can use a bomb to blow up in the covering and give us an escape route. After we're out, we can then quickly detonate the bombs below and cause a cave-in to trap them in. It's definitely feasible. But the explosion will also weaken the cave structure, so we'll have limited time to escape. We'll have to be fast. I'll go plant the explosives, but I'll need someone to block the infected creatures. Can you handle that?
Why even ask? Hold them off. Just go and set them up.
Be careful.
Hey, I'm right here. Don't even think I'm looking anywhere else.
Quickly now. Alright. Setup complete. Top bomb ready for detonation. It opened up.
Pardon me there.
It opened up. Damage within expectations.
You head up first. I'll keep them at bay here.
No, too dangerous. You'd probably end up getting buried alive.
Just listen to me for once. Or one of them might slip past.
Fine. Then you follow my instructions. I'm up. Korn, evacuate immediately.
Coming up. Ah!
What's the matter?
The ladder broke.
What? How? Chiksho.
Calm down, Yato. I'm fine.
Stay calm, stay calm. Let me think. Right. I have an idea. Position your shield between yourself and the bomb, then detonate it and use the force of the shockwave to launch yourself up. I'll definitely catch you.
Got it.
Get ready. Jump! Alright, I've got you. Get up here.
My body. I'm fine. That was perfect.
Korn, you should think about going on a diet.
Guess I'll ask Hibiscus for ideas when we get back. Buddy, if you're gonna ask Hibiscus about ideas when you get back, you might as well not eat anymore.
So, are we in the forest? Smithy, over here. The two longhorn people managed to escape. Meow, escape!
How do you guys always just pop out of nowhere?
Those chunks of meat were deliberately placed to lure something out from the cave, and we were almost certainly the targets. But we managed to escape, so their plan should have failed.
Could it have been the villager who gave us the cave's location?
It doesn't matter who did it. We managed to at least block the cave entrance for now, so it's going to be difficult for the headman to make any further moves against us, and I doubt he intends to destroy his own village. If the source of our apathy and the Rathalos are both connected to the cave, then the most direct solution would be to find out where the cave goes. Based on its trajectory, it probably ends somewhere within this mountain range, but the exact location will be hard to determine.
What if we look for the Rathalos instead? The cave's condition implies it's been in there before, at the very least, and it might even be at the endpoint you're talking about.
Yes, that's very likely. Considering that returning to the village will only put us in a sticky situation, there is only one path left for us. We head deeper into the forest and find the Rathalos. Wait just a moment. You just went through a thrilling crisis and are about to embark on an exciting journey chasing a Rathalos. A feline's life truly never pauses. So first, we have to fill up our stomachs. Come and enjoy our uniqueness of feline cuisine.
Ain't these the leftovers?
No, nothing. The taste has changed not one bit.
Fine. I'm craving some meat, so give me a piece.
Me too.
Ecological research team, onward.
New materials forward.
Yato chewing?
The Rathalos will have to wait.
Rito, give me one good reason why you led them to the cave.
It's simple. Then they tell you they were going to deal with that monster. I simply created the perfect conditions for them.
Do you understand what would happen if outsiders found out about our secret?
Of course, of course. Even your niece, who only comes back once in a blue moon, made such a ruckus when she found out. If a company familiar with Originium like a Rhode Island found out, the consequences would be unthinkable.
So are you ready to handle the consequences?
They will die down there. Think about it carefully, headman. We're both former hunters. I've laid out the bait, and as we both know, beasts are most tempted by the scent of blood. They'll encounter that monster long before they discover our secret and... bam! The battle begins. If they're weak, the monster will take care of them for us, and we won't have to worry about any consequences. And if by any chance they can take care of the monster, then wouldn't that also be a win for us? Threat successfully eliminated. Had some people wait for them to enter and follow after a short while. Surely they'll be weak and injured after fighting the monster, so if we want to dispose of them, that would be our best opportunity. No matter how it ends up, we benefit.
You have clearly put a lot of thought into this.
And of course, whichever way it goes, it'll be better than you sealing the cave off and stubbornly concealing everything. Oh, and don't look so serious. I know you might be concerned about it, so I just helped you out a little, that's all. After all, Akira is no longer with us, so I'm your right-hand man now. Right-hand man. Headman, it's a disaster. Someone blew up the cave at the back of the village. The entrance has been blocked off by rubble.
I understand. Bring some men with you to clean up the debris and reopen the cave. You can go now.
Rito, was this also part of your brilliant plan? Oh, this was indeed outside my calculations. But since the cave was blown up, I can't imagine they survived the aftermath. So they probably died along with the monster. No matter.
What you've done today. I will weigh the pros and cons for the village and decide whether to hold you accountable for your actions later. However, for now I'll send a search party to make sure they stay silent.
Works out nicely then, doesn't it? Well, I'll be heading back. There's still quite a few bills I need to go through.
See yourself out. Akira, you were right.
The leaves are falling. So autumn is already here. Let's go, Akira. Alright, and this is where we're gonna end for today. Next time we shall continue with whatever comes next. If it's on the next stage or the stage after. But for today, that will be that. Oh man, I'll say this. The cat language, or rather the cat words, will be my downfall. Oh boy. There is more to come. More meows, more fur, more paws. And lots more, I guess. Anyway, this will be it for today. Hope you all enjoyed. And please, if you enjoyed this video, consider leaving a like on it. It helps me a lot in the algorithm, as always, and means a lot to me personally. And of course, if you're new to the channel and like this narration and character voice acting, consider subscribing. I did a lot of stuff here on the channel for the game, and well, eventually everything will be covered. Only a couple of little stories are kind of left over at this point. But yeah, anyway, thank you very much for listening. Hope you have a fantastic day wherever you are. If you're pulling for Yato, as if you're watching this while the event is still live, good luck. Hope you get her, and I will see you in the next one. Until then, bye bye.